Welcome to Rising Human Spirit, where we explore the hidden depths of our biology and the potential within our minds. Stress is often viewed as a villain, a silent killer, lurking in the shadows of our busy, chaotic, modern lives. We feel it in our chests, in our sleepless nights, and in the overwhelming pressure that never seems to fade. But what if I told you that stress was never meant to be an enemy, but rather a survival superpower? It is a biological mechanism designed to unlock hidden reserves of energy and focus when we need them the most. To understand this, we must look back at where we came from and why nature gave us this intense reaction. Your brain is wired to protect you, prioritizing survival above all else, reacting faster than your conscious mind can think. This system is not a mistake. It is a carefully honed masterpiece of evolution that has kept our species alive. However, the context in which we live has changed dramatically, leaving our ancient biology confused by our modern, safe environments. Let us journey back in time to discover the true origin of stress and how it saved our ancestors' lives. Imagine a world without safety nets, where every rustle in the bushes could mean the difference between life and death. For our ancestors, stress was a rare but critical response to immediate physical threats, like a predator stalking the tribe. When danger appeared, the body had to react instantly, bypassing logic to prepare for a violent physical confrontation or escape. This is the famous fight or flight response, a chemical cascade that floods the body with adrenaline and cortisol instantly. Your heart rate spikes, your pupils dilate to see better, and your muscles prime themselves for explosive, life-saving action. In that moment, nothing else matters but survival. Digestion stops, immune function pauses, and all energy is directed to running. Once the danger passed, the body would naturally return to a state of rest, recovering from the intense energy expenditure. This cycle of peak stress, followed by deep recovery, was the natural rhythm of human life for thousands of years. Stress was acute, short-lived, and served a clear purpose: to keep us alive long enough to reproduce and thrive. But evolution is a slow process. While human civilization has advanced at a speed that our biology cannot keep up with, we still possess the same brain and the same chemical reactions as those ancestors who ran from saber-toothed tigers. The problem is that the tigers are gone, replaced by abstract threats that trigger the exact same biological alarm system. Yet our brain struggles to distinguish between a life-threatening predator and a passive-aggressive email from a boss or a difficult client. Traffic jams become the new trap, triggering fight or flight, but we have nowhere to run and no one to fight. This creates a mismatch where our body prepares for physical action, but we remain seated, stewing in a chemical soup. Unlike the short bursts of stress in the past, modern stress is often continuous, low-grade, and relentless throughout the day. We are constantly bombarded by micro-stressors that keep our cortisol levels elevated, never allowing the body to truly reset. Social media amplifies this by constantly triggering comparison and fear of missing out, keeping the amygdala in overdrive. We have lost touch with the natural signals of safety, replacing them with digital noise that signals constant, low-level danger. This state of chronic stress is not just a mental burden. It is a physical condition that alters our physiology. When the alarm never turns off, the body begins to break down under the weight of its own defense mechanisms. Chronic stress manifests as physical pain, causing tension headaches, tight shoulders, and a jaw that is constantly clenched tight. The digestive system slows down, or becomes erratic, leading to metabolism issues because the body thinks it is in danger. Your immune system is suppressed, making you more susceptible to illnesses from the common cold to more serious long-term conditions. Cognitive function declines, making it harder to think clearly, solve problems creatively, or remember simple details from your day. At a cellular level, stress accelerates aging, shortening telomeres and leaving visible marks of exhaustion on your face and body. It affects our emotional regulation, turning us into reactive versions of ourselves, damaging relationships with those we care about most. We often try to hide this internal destruction, pretending everything is fine while our biology screams for help and relief. Ignoring these signs can lead to severe health crises, proving that stress is not just in your head, but real. The weight of chronic stress can feel like a heavy blanket, suffocating our joy and extinguishing the spark of life. But there is good news. We have the power to hack this system and turn the tide against chronic stress. By understanding the mechanism, we can implement scientific strategies to tell our brains that we are safe and secure. The first solution is active rest. Engaging in physical activity helps burn off the excess adrenaline and cortisol built up. Exercise mimics the flight response, allowing your body to complete the stress cycle and return to a state of relaxation. Social connection is another powerful antidote. Positive interactions release oxytocin, which directly counters the effects of stress hormones. Spending time in nature lowers blood pressure and reduces cortisol, reminding our ancient brains that we are in a safe habitat. We must also ruthlessly eliminate unnecessary stressors, such as toxic social media apps that drain our energy and mental peace. Curating your environment to be a sanctuary rather than a source of chaos is essential for long-term stress management. Mindfulness and meditation are not just trends. They are scientifically proven methods to shrink the amygdala and reduce reactivity. By practicing stillness, we train our brain to observe stressful thoughts without immediately reacting to them with fear or panic. Yoga combines movement with breath, directly targeting the vagus nerve to switch the body from fight to flight to rest and digest. Journaling allows you to externalize your worries, moving them from your chaotic mind onto paper where they can be managed. Prioritizing sleep is non-negotiable. It is the time when your brain cleanses itself of toxins and processes emotional data. Fueling your body with nutritious food provides the essential building blocks for your nervous system to function correctly under pressure. Learning to say no is a vital skill. Protecting your time and energy is not selfish. It is self-preservation. Breathing techniques act as a remote control for your nervous system, instantly lowering your heart rate and reducing anxiety levels. Take regular breaks to disconnect. Even 5 minutes away from screens can significantly lower your accumulated stress load. Play and laughter are serious medicine. They trigger the release of endorphins that naturally combat pain and stress hormones. Organizing your physical space can have a surprisingly powerful effect on organizing your mental space and reducing cognitive load. This music has the ability to bypass the rational mind and directly soothe the emotional centers of the brain. Perspective is key. Realizing that most modern stressors are not life-threatening allows us to react with appropriate calmness. Stress itself is not the problem. It is how we perceive it and how we choose to navigate through it. We must learn to accept what we cannot control and focus our energy only on what we can change. Engaging in small acts of care, whether for plants, pets, or yourself, builds a routine of gentleness and stability. Building a lifestyle that respects your biological limits is the ultimate strategy for long-term health, happiness, and success.
All right,
When you
let's get
master your
started.
stress
I
response,
believe we have a lot to
you
cover
transform
today.
from a victim of your biology into the master. of your
From
destiny.
daily exercise
Remember,
and mindful
move your
meditation
body,
to healthy
connect
eating
with
and
others,
embracing joy.
breathe deeply, and curate your environment to support your well-being. That you have the strength within you to withstand the storms of modern life and burn brightly without burning out. Embrace your biology, understand your stress, and use it as a tool for growth rather than a source of suffering.
Everything it takes to succeed.
It is time to stop fighting against
Believe in
yourself and start
yourself
living in
and
harmony
keep
with the
pushing
incredible
forward.
design of your body. Thank you for watching Rising Human Spirit. Remember to breathe deeply, live intentionally, and master your mind for a better life.